Bro, imagine not having an emo and you have to crouch.
A little bit of a sense of how the game is going. So you're seeing those day two adjustments really roll by, at least side by side on these POIs. Now it's a completely new equation dealt with on either day. Rifle and Marion rolling in right beside them. Everyone's just kind of chilling inside the metal boxes down below. Usually all these streams are burnt down. I'm wondering exactly what's going on here, if someone's storm surge plans changed while rolling into the second day.
Yeah, we often like to see teams get rid of these trees just to give themselves more vision, better lines of sight to hit some of these shots. Vino and Jodo, they look like they're in a bit of a pickle. You can see the armored walls coming out to try add a bit of extra protection, but that's not going to be enough. Joe will be knocked. Vino now with his back against the wall and not much HP. He's got the chug splashes. That's going to be a lot of quick HP that he can add to his tally, but ultimately he ain't got much time to work with regardless, so he will also go down. And it was different teams that took down different players, right? Like we said, these teams will sit in zone and hold you, stop you from coming in, and so that will be the end of their run in this game.
I'm liking these very interesting transfers of power. I feel like, I don't know, I have this headcanon in my head. Every time a team eliminates another one, they gain a little bit of, like, I don't know, the way they play. I feel like every time I see anyone take out Pink, Anas, or Aqua, they end up having a little bit more setup for height, or have that as a part of their personality in the game. Hen and Queasy are the ones that find Aqua. I'm not exactly sure where Noah Riley is, but that seems like a lot of loot for just one body. Might be both teammates. We'll see in just a second. Maybe Noah Riley is up.
Are you predicting a high ground masterclass then in this game from Hen and Queasy? Is that the shy way to call?
I think so. If Aqua's not there, if there isn't like a, you know, mysterious beat people aren't used to in the lobby, because he did try to take high ground in that first game, and Hen and Queasy have a refresh at this point, with hopefully a rotation that goes well, I feel like they finally get to have a sense of control. If they're coming in the same way Aqua is in terms of attacking this zone, this should be one of the best spots to take high ground whenever that's possible.
Yeah, and speaking of spots, these guys are in 4th place on the leaderboard. They won last game, Janice and Vortex. And if you watched yesterday's broadcast, sorry, I know I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself here, but these guys really on the type of beat of, hey, we're going to do well in game 1. We're going to disappear for about 3-4 games. You guys won't see us. Then we're going to come back in like game 5 or 6, win or just have a really big pop-off and be super high understandings.
One game wonders, Janice and Vortex, at least on the super pop-off.
The funny thing is though, I feel like there's this narrative, right, that, you know, maybe they aren't able to gain their momentum. I actually do think they're in a very consistent team, I should say, right? I think one of the biggest problems they have is that they don't do a good enough job of mitigating the risk of some of these later zones, right? And so when they don't necessarily get favorable zones, they can struggle, right? They don't necessarily have massive adjustments in their game plan. They just get a bit unlucky.
No! Game I wanted to be in.